everything's working. My audio's coming in. No, we're going to Gilded next. We will keep fleeing, Max. We will keep fleeing.
This is the set of Gilded up like a year or two ago. I wonder if I need to go find that login.
Listen, it's gonna keep going until we circle back to the start.
You know what? You know what? Someone just brought up a very good point in another Discord that I'm in, specifically Signs. You know, the Disney's going through and they're remaking a whole bunch of old Disney movies, like we have Black Belle and we have Blariel. The one book that might be safe from Disney remaking with a black man as the main character is Tarzan.
Yeah, I mean,
No, that's not gonna do it. They will.
I do realize what, Max? Oh, no, no, I'm not muted. What? I'm no, like they literally made a black Ariel. I'm calling her Blariel.
imagine.
Oh, wait, what about it? Yeah. No, yeah.
But to be fair, it's even more hilarious that they had to do CG because Blariel couldn't actually swim.
Yeah, the black actor couldn't swim, so they couldn't do water scenes without CGing them. Yeah, it's impressive. They also make her wear trash. Honestly, I don't know who's the bigger racist. Oh God.
Sneaky, did you mute somebody or something?
No.
Hold up, I'm gonna check to see how quiet this is.
Discord sounds way too quiet on stream. What the fuck you?
It sounds normal on Discord.
Alright, yeah, everyone except for Sneaky is basically whispers. Everyone except
That's
for
weird.
Properties. Yeah. Okay. There we go. You guys should be coming in now.
Try it
Hello?
now.
Hello?
there we go, I think.
Gamers?
Yeah, you're
Testing.
coming in
Oh
now.
God, I gotta
Coming in
put
better.
fucking noise gates and thresholds on this shit. Okay, fine. Okay, so
No.
first up,
I mean, it's better.
filter, noise gate.
No you don't, C8.
Hell, that might have saved us from a few problems.
Suppression. Actually, just putting the noise gate on it looked like it worked. I didn't have to edit it at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, apparently it's just the noise gate. We're all good.
Nice.
2 of 5. Yeah. I mean, at least once a stream you gotta get 6 ads. And Sneaky sees no money from it.
Well, no, I do see money now. I get a whole 18 cents per stream.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, Matt and I aren't seeing our pet for like 6 years.
No.
Damn, that's like 50 Australian cents per stream.
Yeah, we're making the money, boys.
I guess we need to move to Australia then so we can eke out a living on this.
Yeah, except
No.
the Australian government would instantly arrest me.
Except the problem is the internet's so shit you wouldn't be able to stream.
There's also that.
What a great defense. Your Honor, they couldn't arrest me. The stream was lacking.
Yeah. It's not even lag. Sometimes it just won't work at all. You try to stream and it'll just be black screens and not work.
Hmm. Can't have shit in Australia.
Yeah,
No, you can't.
it's a literal coin toss.
Well,
Is Sign here, or did he go off to get a drink or something, or is just something fucked up that he's not speaking?
I don't know. Anyway,
The what?
so we have lost Arn. Rest in peace, Norwegian boy.
He doesn't need to rest. He's resting in peace in Muscle Girls in
I
Japan.
want to point out, we consistently treat him as if he's dead every time he leaves for like extended periods of time.
Yeah.
He might I'm worried he'll develop a complex at this rate.
Oh, he's developed several complexes. I don't
Yeah.
need. I don't think you need to worry about that.
You know, that's a good point. Fuck it, what's one more?
I mean, he is in Japan, so
Yeah, he's definitely better off than we are right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So, what are we looking at today?
What are we looking at today? You know,
I
it's a
don't
question
know.
I ask
The only
myself every night.
Although, fun fact, Dragon Quest, the biggest crossover with it is Call of Duty with 10 fics.
what?
What?
It's a series by one author.
Okay then.
Dragon
Okay.
Quest. Call of
Yeah, I got
Duty.
into it because I was playing Dragon Quest on Switch, so I decided to check, oh, what fics are there? Less than 500.
Well,
They're all trash.
not
Yeah, it's all
surprising.
trash. It's all trash.
You know what? You know what? I have
What?
no idea.
Oh.
What about movies?
Star
Because the Star Wars section.
Avengers.
Wars?
Oh, Avengers? You want to do
Oh.
some Avengers? Sure.
Oh dear.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
Star
You're
Wars.
gonna regret that, son, in about...
Oh
Are
no,
you
I
doing-
know exactly what's there.
Yeah.
Triquetra. Chaos and Cosmos created a universe together. After many mistakes and betrayals, they were separated when Chaos fell in love with Loki, breaking a sacred law and causing a rift between the sisters, Chaos and Cosmo. Now, years after, they have been reborn as sisters. What?
Literally what?
Though they remain unknown to their true identities as goddesses. Hold up. I think if you have a power scaling in your world that have literal gods in them, which Marvel does, you know, Marvel does,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
the creators of reality are a little bit higher than I think goddess.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially when you look at power scaling wise, if you go on by comics, Thor and Odin themselves are just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Let alone creations.
Yeah.
Creation myths.
So, yeah. Cosmos finds love for the first time. She begins to understand. So, basically, it's a story about how two OCs that are both female fell in love with the same guy and patched up with their friendship with each other over taking the same dick.
Hello, officer.
Isn't this basically just an NTR romance of my sister stole my ex-boyfriend?
Yes.
Why? Maybe these fucking things. Why
I
do
don't
these
think it's a
things
multi-
keep becoming popular? Why are they
don't-
popular still?
Who knows? But I don't think it's a multi thing. I think it's literally just one sister fell in love, they both died, and then the other sister took the ex, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Well, then they patched up their relationship.
Butterfly Miko tension. Yeah, probably. Going by that username.
Jesus.
Author has written 304 stories.
Wow.
Oh, God.
To my 5 sisters.
They joined the 2019?
They're all low word count. They have to be.
What's... Is
I don't know
someone
if they're
pumping
I
out
don't know if they're a
words?
weeb or if they've actually just put their real name out there on stream.
Okay,
now
their
in the
largest
profile.
story is 500k words. Sorry, 50k words. My bad. 50k words. Their
Speaking, your
largest.
mic's
68.
peaking.
68 chapters.
What?
God.
Your mic's peaking,
My mic is peaking.
apparently.
Sounds normal here.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me add another filter on there then.
Go the VTuber filter. Become the lol
suppression.
you were meant to be.
No.
All right. How's that? Ah!
Oh, what the hell?
Try speaking a bit more. I don't know, man. Let's see here.
It's fine now.
Okay.
Apparently. That's clipped.
What?
Yeah, went a tiny bit robot, I think, or something.
I have no idea.
Or this author.
Anyway, so their largest story is 50k words. Their smallest story is 189k words.
Oh my god, have you seen this profile?
Yeah.
Soldier identity. Sailor New Moon, Sailor Star Savior. Other identity. Princess Kaguya, Neo Queen Kaguya, Sadako, Sailor Chaos. What the hell is this?
What the fuck kind of weed bullshit are you reading?
Group affiliation, Starlights, Fallen Senshi, Team Free Will. This is this Butterfly Miko's profile. Literally under fucking their introduction.
I feel like I
With
just
a
took brain
name.
damage.
With a name Kurisuta Hikawa Watanabe. Even this is full weeb. What the fuck?
Oh, this
One
is extreme
word.
hyper weeb.
This... Oh, they've even got the favorite quotes in from different fucking
Soldier
things.
title, Soldier of Salvation.
Yep.
Blood type, height.
Mm-hmm.
The sneaky noises. Okay.
Wait.
Okay, okay, CA, I'll give you that one. The
What happened?
absolute silence.
Oh.
Fucking-
Let's listen.
It's the build-up that makes it funny. Already initially.
Okay, that is.
Like I said, it's the build-up that makes it funny. If I can't be a saver, then I want to be destroyer that saves.
Yeah.
What?
Here's some motivational quotes for you guys.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this author's schizophrenic.
No, you feel me?
No, all of my work is dedicated to her 5 sisters. Her 5 sisters are her OCs that she's written out everything about them in her profile.
Oh god, no.
Wow.
And once again asking to be put in the VC. Alright. He gets in. That's funny.
Yeah.
You pass.
Oh god. Yeah, as soon as you finish with the quotes, you just see her OCs, and at the very start, she apparently dedicates everything to them.
I
Hello
crave
there.
sweet release of death.
Yeah.
There's
Thank you,
none.
whoever the fuck put me here.
It's
Yeah.
these are so bad. Wiccan powers.
Yeah.
What? Sales partner Kiba Inazuka. Owns an occult shop called the Red Dress. Lived in Salem, Massachusetts, and runs Salem Witch House with Kiba as her husband. This is just one of her OCs.
Yeah.
Death.
Oh, this is just her first OC in Mana. Oh my god.
Anyway, so to be given life and have that life snatched away just as quickly. The exchange between the two is a never-ending cycle, a war that extends into eternity. What?
Mm.
Alrighty then, author.
Mm.
Oh god. Let's see. Lost little girl without a place, little girl who follows the darkness in her heart, reject the world you knew before, or you can never make it. Little girl who never awakened. I am the one who you've been looking for, the one you truly need. Come to me. Why is this a motivational
what?
quote, author?
Apparently,
Schizophrenia.
Moon.
Actual.
This
Actual
isn't even-
schizophrenia.
Actual
This isn't even
schizophrenia.
hyper weeb. This isn't even hyper weeb anymore. This is a mental asylum patient.
They've escaped.
No,
You
they're
seem to be
given
implying
internet
they're not-
access. They're given
They're
internet access.
in the
That's it.
asylum.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Oh,
Sailor Star
there's-
Fighter, Sailor Star Maker, Sailor Star Healer, Sailor Starlights. No, there's no way that's real. There's no way if I Google this, this is real.
The Starlights are real. They're from
Starlight.
Sailor Moon. They're the dudes who transform into girls a la Rama.
oh.
There are
wait,
a
yeah,
group
those
of
do
3
exist.
Sailor Senshi from outside the solar system after their planet was blown up.
Yeah.
Oh no, they disguise themselves as men. They're not men.
No, they're men canonically. They switch back and forth.
Not in the
Not
kid-friendly version.
not what I'm
in the
looking at,
wiki.
man.
The friendly version, in the actual version, yeah.
Yeah, they are. Do you think we can get the trans community against Sailor Moon then through this?
Possibly.
Trans erasure.
Yes.
You can't get the trans community against anything if you try hard enough.
You don't even have to try.
No shit, they do it to themselves.
This is this is some interesting art.
Trans
What?
icon.
This is shit I would expect out of Tumblr. What the fuck?
Oh, what the hell?
Yep.
That's
Why do they look like a BDSM villain?
No, no, it says gender female.
Because it's Sailor Moon.
I mean, yeah.
That
I
is
was
one
gonna
of
say,
those
it is
standard-
Sailor Moon.
Same birthday as Schwarzenegger. What?
Nani?
What?
Wait,
Sneaky,
wait,
go
I'm sorry,
go
wait,
back
what
down.
is this? Near the end of Act 51, Seiya accidentally emits cosmic energy, allowing Sailor Aluminum Siren. What?
No one ever accused the Sailor Moon series of using
Just sense the
logic.
star seed.
Eternal Sailor Moon fails to attack Aluminum Siren, and Mercury and Jupiter are exploded. What? What the fuck happens in the Sailor Moon manga?
Some weird shit.
So a
Ugh,
Tuesday, gotcha.
That's rough.
And then all the Sailor Sisters use their Sailor Change Stars and aluminum siren is destroyed by Maker Star Gentle Uterus.
What?
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 Hang on.
That
That
what?
I feel
Uterus
like
and
that's a
Fighter
meme.
Stars
That has to be
and
a
Fighter
fucking meme.
Stars Serious Laser.
What?
I see today is Sneaky's turn with the flashbang.
I think he's as flashbanged as we are.
Yeah.
Having the flashbang does not make you immune to having a
What is-
flashbang.
What is this character?
This-
The Sailor Starlight.
Yes, when they introduced the Starlights.
But yeah, no, I literally can't find any information here about them being men.
Sailor Starfighter. I am just imagining a Sailor X-Wing. Like an X-Wing with a Sailor Moon uniform.
All three of them were a constant source of help for Sailor Moon whenever she was about to lose. Blah blah blah.
Hmm.
Mysterious cloaked figure. Oh, wait. Wait, what? The figure reveals herself to be Sailor Lethe. Lethe? Leith? Leith.
Hmm?
Sailor Egypt.
Yeah.
And prepares to kill
Another
the Eternal
thing-
Sailor Moon when she and Miss Simnir are destroyed by Sailor Chi and Sailor Phi, and they eat the Sailor crystals of the unconscious Sailor Starlights, killing them all.
Is-
What?
What are these names? Is everyone just a Sailor Senshi now?
Yes, apparently.
You're a sailor
Fucking-
Senshi. You're a
The
sailor
entire
Senshi. We're
Greek
all
alphabet is
Senshis.
apparently sailors.
Next thing you know, Endymion is just gonna put on a dress and go Sailor Tuxedo dress.
Okay, yeah, so
Some shit like
anyway,
that. What the hell?
that's what I learned today.
Mhm.
Sailor gentle uterus attack.
Ugh. Back to the mental patient, whose
Yeah.
top most quoted fic, Avatar: The Last Airbender, also breaks Avatar canon, of course.
Oh yeah, also the official Sailor Moon lore guide says that they're female, so
Yep, they must just be cross-dressers then,
The-
as
the-
males.
look, Sailor Moon is infamous for having a shit ton of cross-dressers in
Yeah.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently it's different between the anime and manga according to the group wiki on it. In one version, it is like fully biological, and the other, it's just cross-dressing.
Yeah,
Well, then why is
that's
the materials collection called them female?
Oh, it's hermaphrodites!
Because Japan doesn't actually care about canon; they just care if it's an official source.
exactly.
That's why.
No, I'm saying the materials collection is the official source.
So is the anime and the manga.
That's fair.
So again, they don't actually care about canon the way that we
Disguise
Westerners do.
themselves in male
And
bodies.
wait, this
while
guy, wait.
exploiting them.
They didn't disguise themselves as men. They disguised themselves inside men.
That's
That's weird. That's
somehow even more
that's
fucked up.
Weird phrasing.
Either that, or they can make fucking like fake bodies, and they decided we look too much like we're too like visible as women. Let's be men.
So what you're
That's-
saying,
So they're
Max,
still
is
female.
that
My
the
point is that they're
Japanese-
still female.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Japanese follow the Senator Armstrong rules canon. I made it the fuck up.
Yes, Japanese
yeah, yeah.
increasingly like the I made it the fuck up source.
That's
Mm.
it's why trying to figure out, say, Gundam Universal's entry timeline is a real pain in the ass. Because everything counts, even though it doesn't make any sense.
Okay, here's your
Not
fucking
going
one.
back
Hang
there.
on. Listen to this shit. In the Italian version, instead of changing sex, there were 6 people. The 3 lights were always men and simply summoned their twin sisters instead of transforming as in the original depiction because it was controversial in Italy.
Mm.
God
So
fucking
it's
damn
that
it, Italy.
Oh,
country
Italy.
too.
Mm.
That. Holy shit.
That's something. Excuse me, I need a drink.
Understandable.
Least schizophrenic Italian.
Well, I mean, we did recently have, a woman get stabbed in the Italian Senate.
Was it over what Final Fantasy VII waifu was best?
Tifa, yes.
Yes, there is no debate here. Death to all Aeriths.
No, I like Aerith too.
Yeah, but
And
you
it-
see, look, hold on. If your
Well, you
waifu
see-
can be defeated by a theme song, I'm sorry, but she ain't your waifu. She's a prop.
I mean, that is actually a
No, I'm sorry,
criticism
your wife.
of the game.
I'm sorry, your wife was a Macross villain.
Well, fuck
Wow. Whoa, way to drop the fucking hammer. Christ.
Okay, look, clearly the best option was both Aerith and Tifa at the same time.
Yeah, is that what you think?
Yes. Actually, that seems to be the way they're leaning with Remake now.
Hmm.
No, not shitting you at all. If you play Remake, that seems to be the way they're leaning with Aerith. See, Aerith remembers the first run through, so it looks like she's going, you know what? I kind of want to get myself a canon harem.
Without further ado, here is the information about all of my characters: Mana, Rei, Kuri Hawakaya, Kiana
Sneaky,
Ofuda.
link the profile.
Oh, yeah, sure, fine.
Yeah, I can as well.
I'm sorry,
I'm
is
on
there so you correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty certain there is no one in Japan with the last name of Ofuda.
Mm,
No. No, I told you, this is not real. These are her characters she made up that she believes are her sisters. This person
No,
is
I'm
schizophrenic.
aware. I'm just saying, I don't think any Japanese person would literally be called Ofuda.
Or fruit. No, because
FUDA?
that's the name of the talismans. That's like an object. It's not a name,
Okay, no, hold up.
isn't it?
We do have people with the last name of Cross.
That is true, but wasn't that a thing before even like the Jesus and all that?
No, yeah.
I'm gonna look that up. I'll Google that. I'll Google Ofuda.
The only results I'm getting is for the talismans, not any people.
Japanese with last name of Ofuda.
it's a thing.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anyone with any.
I'm not
Yeah, it's
seeing
just a
anything
sacred
about
item.
that.
Apparently, it's a sacred item that should be properly cared for.
Yeah,
So,
So that's why they don't name children that.
yeah.
probably. As for photos of my OC, look up all of these different characters from other stories.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm completely creatively bankrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Except for even one is an actual person. Kuri's rival will appear later. Looks like Crystal Sparks, a little-known Christian rocker from the 90s.
Of course.
Okay.
I'm scared to even look up Star Guardian Ari from League of Legends because I feel like if I don't make sure safe search is on, the first picture coming up is her getting fucked.
Oh, that's
This is a fair assessment.
Okay, you should be good. The
it's like a
fucking
Sailor
only
Moon.
happens after. Okay, no fucking the first page. Impressive.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see here. That's a nice skin.
Yeah. It looks like Sailor Moon, basically. Ari is
Yeah, it's
Sailor
basically
Moon,
Stellar. Yeah, it's basically Sailor Moon. Yeah.
which, seeing as this person's fucking
Having a schizophrenic
obsession.
break about it. Yeah.
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 Also, Sadako has a tragic rape past and sealed in a well because she's a spirit.
Her wicked superpowers
Yep,
gradually
yep,
evolved into astral projection and gradient air.
Yep, I told you.
Motherfucker, really?
Gradient
Mana's
air? What?
husband Mana's fate, where they're basically projection that Shiro does the tracing, but it's the lower version. But yeah, her husband is Kiba Inazuka apparently, for some reason, which makes me think her
From
actual husband is
DxD?
no
from
from Naruto, the dog boy,
Oh.
which makes me think the real husband is Akamaru and Kiba is just a fat body double.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it.
Well,
You
you know,
fucking-
the Inazuka transformation technique does go both ways.
Yes.
Shut up, Sneaky.
White.
Shut up, C8.
Women.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt.
Please, for the love of God, shut up. Oh my God.
What do you mean? I just said the color. White.
I just said a gender. Wait, no, wait, that's forbidden. Sorry.
Yeah. She
It's just like
successfully owns an occult shop called the Red Dress.
Think anyone's ever been banned for maybe just fucking it's like saying single words? You think anyone's ever been banned for saying "we" like in French
Yes.
in a Ubisoft
No,
forum?
but that has happened on the
No,
Steam.
I know it's W-E.
Not on, I don't
but
know
have they
about
said
Twitch.
have they said O-U-I, the French version?
No, we.
No, but they should have for speaking French.
Yeah, exactly. French is a bannable
good point.
offense.
Fair. Sorry.
You should make that a
Understandable.
rule on your server side. It clear up a lot of things.
No, if he did that, he'd have to ban a couple of his fans.
Yeah.
I know.
Why? The second one, Reiko, half Kitsune half, with the strongest of power of molecular immobilization, molecular combustion, and molecular acceleration.
Why does that sound familiar?
Yeah, that does.
You know what? I feel.
Also,
Probably weeb
open
shit,
a restaurant after
as it tends to
closing
be.
down. Oh, her second child, Hero, is a seer.
Wait.
Oh my.
The Wiccan power thing is.
Oh,
We've covered this person before.
Wait, really?
Wait, what?
Yeah. In like 2018.
But
The
it,
OG.
they joined
year.
2019 though. Unless this is a new fucking person, or the same person on a new account.
Same person, new account, has to be.
It has to be new account. It can only you don't understand how much the Wiccan power thing is just giving me these conniptions.
Previously masked Xena, Kurisuta Sensei, and KEM08B.
Local man has breakdown over the fact that Wiccan exist. Truly a terrifying
I
prospect.
feel like we absolutely shit on them for this before.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's bad for you doing that. I'm saying this person's probably fucking insane.
I feel like I'm losing a grip on time.
You probably are.
I looked up like the whole molecular immobilization. The first thing I get is something called Charmed.
Oh yeah, that fucking TV show. That's where it's from.
Oh.
That's where it's from.
Yeah. Is that where it's from? I could swear it's some weeb shit.
No, it's Charmed.
Like freezing or something.
No.
No. Are you sure you're not replacing it with fucking Akamega kill?
Yeah, that's what he's thinking of as death's freeze time thing. Yeah.
Okay. I found one of the Herald accounts. It is from 2018, but it is deleted as well as all of the stories that were in that account.
It's gotta be masked.
It's gotta be, and they move. Did they move every story? Is this 304 new stories that they've written since then?
It has
That is a
old
terrifying question that I do not want the answer to.
Yeah, all three of those molecular powers are all from all can be found in Charmed.
Yeah.
Yes, this person had this. Yeah, we had
Yeah,
to have covered them. We had to have covered them.
first sentence. All my works are being reposted.
Okay. Okay. Yes, that's why.
Oh no!
Right.
So one of her usernames goes straight to a Pinterest account. There is just straight up her face right there.
Oh no.
What?
Why are people just unable to prevent themselves from doxing themselves?
It has both her full name and the fucking username right under it.
Is she
Like,
actually? Wait. Is she
in
full
between
weeb?
parentheses.
Is she schizophrenic weeb or is she actually Asian?
We don't know.
Weeb.
Weeb? Oh my god!
Oh,
What
wow,
is
that's
that?
schizophrenic weeb.
Yeah.
Beat that.
Oh.
There is a YouTube channel.
Oh no.
What?
Oh yeah,
Oh, no.
absolutely. Then no, this has to be the same person.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You thought you could hide from us, Butterfly Miko? Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine if you guys are the reason they fucking deleted everything. If she found your stream.
It's like the Zoolander
Oh.
meme. You know that one clip from the Zoolander where the guy like snaps his head over because he like he saw him. It's like that moment of like, wait a second, I know you.
Yeah.
You can't fucking hide. Yes, that.
Wow. I'm surprised. Her favorite fics are all trash, but there's none of the like usual ones. No quartermass, no neon, nothing that I've seen. The
It
only
is
one
a
I see that
relatively
is
new account, so they probably just forgot to basically.
it's for
They
brother,
basically
it's
probably
4 years.
sanitized their favorites somewhat
Mm.
from
The only
between
one
switching
I
accounts.
the only one I know that I've found so far is the Sword Slinger, who's on their favorite fics list, has a fic there.
I've never heard of that.
They did a lot of fucking MHA ones like Izuku as a fucking samurai or something, if I remember correctly. Who was quirkless but used a sword to destroy the 0-pointer somehow.
Okay, no, hold up now. Izuku training so hard as a kid that he accidentally
not as a kid.
becomes Atomic Samurai from One Punch Man. I
That's
am
cool.
I am
not as a kid,
100% there for.
No, not as a kid, only for 10 months.
Sign.
Just like
Hello
just like
there.
Only for 10 months, just like canon.
Nah, he's already writing a My Hero Academia fucking
Yeah, but that one
story.
is 90% porn.
No, if I
A
do
Dark
this,
Naruto Fairy
cheeky
Tail
shit.
one that I remember.
Yeah, Simon, we
A
can't get a single
fucking-
fucking word out of you, man.
Yeah, no.
You gotta kick those people off your Wi-Fi.
I already did. Has this?
Way better.
No, if I do it, it's gonna be some cheeky bullshit.
Hmm.
Oh, right, Kicker, where Naruto can't use chakra through his arms, crippled. So he starts using dance moves as his fucking fighting style.
Excuse the fuck out of you.
Yeah, he shuffles. He shuffles.
Fuck, I just had a horrible idea.
No.
Nemesis in Shadow, Sid reincarnated in MHA, incorrectly predicts everything All for One does and the existence of One for All.
Oh.
Proceeds to do Sid fuckery.
And of course, he would seduce every girl in the series.
Well, no.
He becomes an anti-hero.
The key problem... No, see here, the key problem, unlike Tanya, with putting Sid into other worlds, he quite literally does not have the ability to do what he does unless he is in a extremely soft magic world.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, right. Sword Slinger made a fucking Inuyasha Naruto with Naruto as a boxer born in Inuyasha with a female Inuyasha harem fic.
Fuck off.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
Anyway,
was
so as I was saying,
simultaneous.
like putting Sid, like the thing is with Tanya as an individual character, remove the magic, she's still a smart, manipulative individual. So that's interesting to insert into other worlds, like Gate. Even there's a great Gate Tanya one where she gets reborn as the Empire's first princess.
Yeah, that one's actually really
That
good.
was great because the author knows how to fucking write a Tanya. And admittedly, she does end up getting a magic eventually, but a majority of the shit that she's currently doing is all political intrigue, and of course, misunderstood political intrigue, which just makes it funnier, but political intrigue, which is interesting for her type of character. Sid, literally anywhere else besides a world where he can pull off Mage the Ascension, is just a schizophrenic psychopath.
No, he is Batman. Like, he is basically Batman in, like, the regular world. You remember the first episode.
I'm aware of that, but like I said, the problem here is that that's not interesting. Then just write Batman.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Sid was interesting because he was this batshit overpowered
Yes.
freak. If
Right,
you take
okay,
any of that aspect away, he's
could
not
just
as
give him
interesting.
some quirk fuckery. Given the way the
I
MHA is
hate
like
that.
I was about to say
that.
Yep, because this is why I also prefaced this as a stupid idea. Because the way that MHA is going, basically any limitations that Quirks had is just straight out the fucking window.
Well, yeah,
by now.
because quirks started off as being biological mutations, which was cool. I thought that whole idea was cool. You know, it's an extension of the whole superhero thing, where instead of, you know, magic being thrown about most of the time, which does help power cap, which is a great thing to have in a superhero story, because power caps are just the killer of anything interesting. You know, sorry, on no power cap is the killer of anything interesting. Because what are we on now, Max? Super Saiyan God, Red, Blue, Silver, Clear, 6.
Super Saiyan
God.
No, now we're on.
It's Super
now
Saiyan
we're
God
on
Blue
fucking
and Ultra Instinct.
Ultra Ego or something like that.
Ultra
Ego is Vegeta's Ultra Instinct.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh,
there's also Gohan Beast.
The thing is, you're not wrong, because MHA now, like, other than in the fucking, what's it called, sports festival, when's the last time Todoroki had that problem of he's got to keep one side too hot or one side's too cold?
Oh,
and he's got to use both
exactly,
sides.
yeah.
Like, I think that's the only time they've ever fucking used it, where his ice kind of affected him from making him too cold.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the whole summer camp thing where they're like, okay, you guys all have to train. How do you train?
Yeah.
You train by overusing your quirks. Why does this help you? Because your body gets used to the problem. It's like, okay, that's cool. This means this is a biological issue. This isn't some sort of hand-waved thing where because you're the Flash, you're just the fastest. You know, because you're Superman, you don't have to train as Superman. You're just fucking Superman. You know, so it's like, oh, they actually have to train and they have to, you know, put themselves through endurance, and that still means that there's a limit on what they can do. I mean, even the Island showed that they still had limits in the end, you know? And now shit's just, like, super dumb, where it's like, oh, well, biological quirks? What's that? We don't fucking know what that is. And
it is also getting worse because the way that you are aware of the direction that the author is going for the ending, correct?
One quirk was literally
I can fix him.
Oh, redeem Tamura, yeah,
I
of
can
course,
fix him.
yeah.
And All for One going, literally, I can make him worse. Izuku's going, I can fix him. All for One is going to Izuku, I can make him worse.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I think one of them's going to succeed
like,
far better than the other.
Yeah.
Like, the quirks being biological thing got thrown straight out the window when Stars and Stripes got involved, because literally fucking reality warping as they wish just by declaring it, and it got gimped and got destroyed in, like, the same chapter.
Yeah, that's
like,
lame.
there was nothing biological about that at all, and it was
But yeah, like I said, I hate it when stories try to pull this shit. They're like, oh, Taylor gets reborn in MHA, and she's got a quirk that lets her control insects. Oh,
Fucking dumb.
it was so interesting, right, guys?
I mean, you may as well just gender bend that one that can talk to animals and can get them to do shit
Oh,
for him.
the Dragonborn's in MHA now, and he's got the quirk called Dragonborn, which lets him do dragon shouts.
No, it
no,
lets him eat
wait,
500 pounds of cheese in 1 second.
Yeah.
That is a superpower. He
Man.
can also carry it without
The
getting
worst bit
overloaded.
is Sneaky. I know that Skyrim fic. That's a real
Oh,
Skyrim fic
yes.
where the quirk
I
was Dragonborn,
I
and all
know.
it did was let him
Yeah.
use all the powers from his past
I was
life.
there.
Man,
God.
Do not
I
quote
hate
the
how
scrolls to
misused.
me. I was there when they were written.
At least you didn't write them.
I hate how people like misuse certain characters for crossovers like that. Like,
Yeah.
I want the Dragonborn in MHA, but it's not a quirk; it's just him. So
Mm.
when All-For-One's like, "I'm gonna take your power because it's super useful," why can't I take your quirk?
Because
And
you
no,
haven't eaten
see,
enough
Why-
cheese in life.
why don't you
What's
why
interesting
don't you
about
have a
putting the
quirk?
Dragonborn into another story is that actually the Dragonborn is possibly the most Elder Scrolls friendly character to leave the Elder Scrolls universe, because he's
His
a
powers
literal.
comes from his soul.
Yeah, his powers come from his soul, and being a fragment of one of the gods of creation, he might have a little bit more creation magic inside him than normal person. And
Yeah.
so he could probably get away with just hand waving him using his magic, maybe sparingly, but still using his magic normally.
Isn't the Neverine also as strong, or no?
The Neverine is along the lines of the Legends of the world, where it's just a normal person that did something so ridiculous that they just ended up becoming
Like opening
Godlike.
bones?
Yes, like opening bones.
Okay, so back to the quick topic of Eminence and Shadows. What would be some good crossovers? I mean, the Overlord is being done, and that is still going great.
Familiar of Zero wouldn't be too bad.
Oh, that would be very interesting.
Mushoku Tensei.
People still write
wait,
Familiar
Mishoko
Zero?
Tensei. That's the original OG one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the OG.
Yeah, that is also. Hey there, Sime. How's it
No,
going?
he's already got a giant series. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking around.
You know, I haven't really watched it, but what about Arifureta?
That might work.
You know what?
Because he doesn't even need to be part of that class. He just has to be put into the world, which kind of seems a bit interesting.
It's a mixed bag. So the problem with in terms of him being in that world, I would say him just being there. It's rough. It's rough to say, because the class is pretty much the vehicle of lore
It's what pushes the
progression.
plot.
Yeah. And without the class, a lot of the narrative doesn't happen. So
No, you can ditch most of the class as long as you've got Hajime going to that dungeon and getting knocked the fuck down.
Yeah.
yes, but my point more is that his specific route, having left the dungeon, the people he interacted with, the things he learned as he went to each dungeon, is specifically what moved the characters on the chessboard into doing things. And it just wouldn't be a very interesting story to me if you're going to try and include Sid in that.
Yeah.
Because then it's just Arifureta plus this one other guy who just acts weird. It's like, okay, that's
What about
cool.
I'm a spider, so what? Or something
No,
like
no,
that,
that's
whatever.
actually very hard ruled. There's a lot of hard rules and mechanics in that setting.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh
some
yeah.
bullshit.
There's so
also
many hard
direct
rules.
divine
All the
intervention in
magic
that
and
one.
shit is quite literally built on a hard rule system.
Yeah.
And unless you have a super hard understanding of the system itself, which it took Kumoko, like I think, getting taboo and the taboo skill and whatever.
Yeah, literally,
then
she
could
needed to
make
be
it.
punished by the gods.
Well, you also got to have that n equals percent skill.
Yeah.
That the goddess herself,
Chaos.
Kumo's sister,
Yeah.
original, gave to all of the reincarnations. If you don't have that, you're stuck within the system. If you have that, you can actually act outside the MA system. And it's just hard.
Yeah, but even at that, at the end of the day, my problem with that story is the world itself is just foobar, and
Exactly.
yeah, there's just too much going on for you to then try and tack in any sort of thing that Sid would do. Because again, part of the humor of what Sid does is that he completely misunderstands what's going on, and if you try to be like, oh, he misunderstands the world is going to explode.
I mean, that's not really as funny as you could make it.
Yeah. Him being like, oh yeah, there's like demon cultists, and they're trying to resurrect Satan. And then
he's like,
him
"Yeah,
being
that
right
sounds
about
right."
it, that's funny. You know,
He's
him
like,
going to a cave and being like, oh, there looks like treasures there in here, and he like comes across a bunch of demon cultists, and they're like high level, and he's like, oh wow, these bandits are strong, and then he takes their treasure, and he's like, oh wow, I got their treasure. That's funny. But if you're like, oh yeah, he's got to go fight God now, but he has to not understand that he's fighting God for the fate of the world, and it's like, okay.
I'm not caught up. Is anyone here caught up to the light novel? Does he ever figure out what the fuck is happening?
I actually haven't even.
I think I've gotten a decent distance. I think he starts to figure it out post that tournament, because he does get that one girl who he saves in the White Void after he jumps through this magical door, and she starts saying shit to him. Yeah, so I think it. I don't think he. I haven't gotten that much farther than that, so I don't know.
Oh, so they changed it compared to the manga is much different then, I guess.
What happens in the manga?
So, do y'all mind spoilers?
No, not really.
No.
So he ends up back in Japan.
What?
Yeah, he literally ends up in Japan in the latest manga chapters.
Huh.
Yeah, he was fighting the demon. The big bad of the cult summons a demon from Earth, which apparently went to shit after some sort of like apocalypse happened. Sid kills the demon lord. He apparently gets stuck in the portal with one of his subordinates, the elf girl.
Alpha.
With
the elf girl. You mean all of them?
Yeah,
all of them.
The white-haired bob cut one. She's not the first girl.
Episode
2B.
Beta, I think her name is.
Okay.
They get into there and they're kind of just trying to figure out what's happening. Sid's kind of slowly being informed of what happened and shit. But otherwise that's the only thing that's happened.
Okay, so he does start learning. Okay, yeah, see. But that's fine. So like that's sort of the point, is you do have to give up that gimmick eventually. Is what it always comes down to, is you can't have the hero think he's going out to pick up tacos when really he's actually going to go save the world from the end game threat. Unless you're trying to pull a One Punch Man story where you just treat everything completely irreverently. But if you do that, then you can't have any sort of seriousness or any sort of like...
I mean, One Punch Man has some seriousness.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. One Punch Man's seriousness happens when One Punch Man isn't there.
Yes, I mean, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's the same with. It's literally the same with Eminence and Shadow. So long as Sid is not there, shit is serious. As soon as he is on screen, he is winning. It's basically the same format, but
right.
But I get your point.
But my point is that One Punch Man isn't the hero of One Punch Man.
Well, he is a hero, but he's not the protagonist, basically.
He's the main character, but he's not the protagonist. I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Who is the protagonist in your opinion?
Genos, pretty much everyone
Genos.
around him.
Yeah.
Literally
Genos,
every
Garo-
single one of the heroes that is not him.
Well,
Yeah.
Tatsumaki
especially-
has been getting
Tatsu-
a lot of spotlight.
Yeah.
for
Well,
a
Sumaki's been
while.
getting a lot of spotlight because they just did a major crossover with Overwatch with her, and they gave her apparently
Mm.
panties. And apparently, one of the biggest fan ends about Sumaki was that she didn't wear anything underneath her robes.
The fanon is now experiencing its first schism.
There's
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
a big highlight because they finally got to the Saitama versus
Tatsumaki,
Tatsumaki
and
fight.
there was one scene where he held her against his chest, and now all the shippers are going crazy. So it's Fubuki
They
shippers
went-
with Saitama
They
versus
went
Tatsumaki.
ballistic.
Yeah.
Anyway, point being is with
That
One
explains a
Punch
lot.
Man, I would love to see an Atomic Samurai Izuku because we already have Metal Bat
Mm.
Izuku, and that's a great story.
Atomic Samurai is a badass character.
Indeed.
Mm.
Like, pretty much the one most badass character that's not
I
Saitama.
feel like Atomic Samurai is one of the most fitting power sets for Izuku if you're going to go with him being unquirked. Because you
Mm.
quite literally can just say he just trained so hard and he learned so much
They didn't cut anything.
that it just fucking happened.
Okay, you've got Atomic Samurai, but you've also got Garo and Garo's former master,
Bang.
Bang, and
Yeah,
the
that's
other
true.
one, Bang and Bomb. So, any of those.
Yeah, but Bang's powers come from more him just being really, really old and really, really skilled.
Mm.
True, but Garo's don't, and Garo is just really that fucking skilled.
That's fair,
The
okay.
thing is, Garo also
Yeah.
got like similar to Saitama, who constantly surpassed his limits, so eventually he has none. Because that's why he was always in pain during his training and shit. I think
Yeah, that's kind
Garo
of
was
the idea.
similar. He went through so much fucking shit and so much.
He
fighting
also
stuff
got
that
a
was constantly
blessing
at his limit.
from quote unquote God.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Literally
Oh,
quote
yeah,
unquote
Saitama
God.
beat God.
Yes.
Well, it was,
Ah, yes.
Saitama also
right.
punched backwards through time and
Yeah.
forgot how to do it because he punched backwards through time.
Yeah.
That was a chapter.
That felt like a cop out. I feel like they could have gone with the original story of what happened there.
100% a cop out, and it was a cop
Fucking-
out because he was like, I have to somehow surpass the Boro fight. Okay, I have it.
Mhm.
Now erase it so it doesn't matter.
Indeed.
outside of two people being like, oh god, oh fuck, we cannot anger this man.
Yeah.
Also, I am going to leave because I was just sent this image from the family group chat and I have to eat.
Also, King is amazing, and King is the
baby,
best.
that's
Disgusting.
King is hilarious and pathetic.
Yeah.
That shit
don't-
looks bad. It is very well seasoned.
I feel so bad
I'm-
for King. The poor
My
I mean,
man just
don't
wanted to
be-
play video games.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
at this
but don't
point,
be.
I'm convinced he actually does have a power. It's just a passive conceptual power. Like, no matter how hard he tries, people will always assume he's the strongest.
I mean, honestly,
be
I
fair-
would say his power would be more along the lines of just like luck or some shit.
Being in
Because
the wrong place at the wrong time.
no, he's always in the right place at the right time. That gets him precisely the amount of money, recognition, and fame that will always keep him safe, fed,
Mhm.
and in a good place to rest and play video games.
Yep.
Yeah, but we also get examples of people who should be able to tell he's not strong,
Not
overthinking
being
it.
able to.
Like,
Yeah.
the Atomic Samurai is like, I want to fight you because I need to find my limits.
Mm.
And King talks about it. It's like, we're in a really bad situation. Why should we waste our time fighting? And it's like, all right, fine. In that case, cut this apple.
Yeah.
And then he
Gives
just
him the
like
sword. And then King does nothing because he couldn't even draw the sword out of the scabbard.
Mm.
And he just gets up, walks away, doesn't say a fucking word. Atomic Samurai talks himself into believing the strike was so fast the apple doesn't even know it was cut and healed
Yeah.
itself.
Yep.
That's bullshit.
I'm telling you, it has to be a passive conceptual thing. Like, no matter what happens, people will always assume he's stronger than they are,
Yeah.
no matter how much.
I will now
Sorry,
activate my
someone can actually do that.
stand! Jump to conclusions!
Uh,
No, I actually did read a King gamer fic a while back.
really?
Yeah.
Big power
Sounds
set
actually
for
kind of
him.
interesting.
Yeah, it was
Wait,
it was
was it a
actually
date-
pretty interesting, yeah.
Was it a dating game?
No. It was just a straight up
Oh.
like less obnoxious gamer.
Hmm.
Um
Damn. How high was the level of his King engine skill?
he didn't actually have an engine skill. That was
What?
yeah.
I wish that had
Ruined.
that been a thing.
Ruined.
It's just
Yeah.
very out. Yeah.
No, there we go. There's his ability, Max. Causality engine.
Yeah.
There you go.
The faster his heart beats, the more causality warps to accommodate him.
So every time he's shitting himself in panic, yeah, he is bending over backwards to give it to him.
Indeed.
That is great. It explains so much.
All right.
Saitama just happens to be there at that time to save his ass.
I love every moment of One Punch Man because it's always
Wait,
stupid.
That's
imagine
great.
imagine Boros actually kills the world because King wasn't scared enough of his spaceship.
Oh no.
Well,
No, I don't see that
no.
happening, but
See,
it's there.
no, that wouldn't happen specifically because One Punch Man was already on his way.
Not just
Oh, right.
Tatsumaki could have easily handled the whole thing herself.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's the other.
There are a handful of the rank caster that would have been able to handle Boro.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I'm saying, like I think Izuku, of all the powers, Metal Bat is based off of Izuku's determination, which I thought was a great way to do it. And the fact that he doesn't know that he's as strong as he is, and he's only just started getting an idea of it like 300k words in. Because he's like, bashes something with a baseball bat, it fucking explodes. Everyone's like, oh, it's an amazing quirk. And he's just silently inside, he's like, nobody knows I don't have a quirk. I just have to keep pretending that this is totally normal.
Oh,
And eventually someone's like, Izuku, you realize that no one else can take a wood baseball bat and explode a sheet of steel with it, right? He's like, what do you mean?
I thought that was normal.
I'm confused. What do you mean no one
normal
else
to
can do
me.
this?
I just swung my bat really hard. And everyone else is just like, oh my god.
He had to get his fighting spirit up first.
All Might is king, and instead of actually being a symbol of peace, he's just the wind moves enemies for him and knocks him out.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Metal Bat's such a fantastic power set.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe Bang. Maybe. If you got to Izuku when he was really young, maybe you could pull that off.
Yeah, if it's Bang in his younger years when he's also still training Garo, you can easily set that up that Garo constantly pushed Izuku to also break limits so that you end up with two of those monsters.
Yeah.
Because
Except one wants to be a hero, the other wants to be a monster.
Well, yes, but again, like it's still pushing past limits, and I don't think Izuku's gonna push himself to quite those limits.
No, he wouldn't. Not normally. That's what I'm saying. Like, so with Metal Bat Determination, with Atomic Samurai, it would be knowledge and focus. With Bang, it would probably be a mix of focus and determination.
Actually, Sonic doesn't have powers either.
Who?
Probably
Sonic. Speed of sound Sonic.
Oh, well, yeah, that's just training.
Yeah, that's just that's just twink power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, look, no, Sonic does have a superpower, and that's getting hit in the balls.
Yes, but
No, I think later on he still keeps getting hit in the
No, he does. That's the constant joke.
Yeah.
My man's gonna get hit in the balls so many times, he's not gonna have balls.
That doesn't keep happening. He just keeps getting no-sold by Saitama. That was, as far as I'm aware, that was a one-time occurrence.
Isn't he like one of the stronger characters in the setting too?
Yes.
Which is why he's so frustrated that he can't beat Saitama. It's like, come on, I just like no, I just fucking stonewalled this dude. Why is Baldy stonewalling me?
So here we go, our first story of the night with My Hero Academia, UA Multiverse Peak. A odd incident occurs that allows Class 1A to do a reading of many other fanfictions.
No,
Of course.
No,
no fucking reading of.
Like, I kind of want to see
No.
what fix they do, so I'm checking
Yeah,
this out.
let's check this out.
Ugh.
Because we can find more trash fix to look at later with this.
Dragon Deku. I've been seeing a lot of dragon stories recently. It started a month after the raid on the Shihisaki, and the students of Class 1A were sitting inside of the raid of Shihisaki? A torrential
Oh.
rainstorm had forced them to stay inboard.
That's not a
So-
word.
No,
Mm.
it is a word. They're missing a comma.
I think, no, Max, I think they meant to write indoors.
Or that are force them to stay in, comma, board.
I guess. It was.
Oh my fucking god.
A few of the boys were playing video games. Sato was baking in communal kitchen. The girls were sitting around snacking on a few of Sato's baked goods and chatting. Izuku and a few others were studying at the main table, so all in all, it was fine.
Sneaky.
Oh, no.
Yeah?
Sneaky. Skip Dragon Deku and go to chapter 7.
Oh
Please.
no.
It's Assassin's Creed.
Oh no.
The name. It's just the name.
The scene opens up in cityscape of Florence, Italy. At the bottom of the year that is city is set in 1476.
He's still here. It's your
The architecture is sprawling.
Izio Auditori da Firenze. Katsuki da Pazzi.
I swear to God, no.
Get out. Get out.
I'm going to
Da
leave.
Firenze!
Enjoy the rest of the stream.
He is 17, tall, lean, fit, tanned complexion, common to those from the region. His green and black hair, yes, common to the region.
Katsuki da Pazzi and Mirio is Izio's brother.
Katsuki Depazzi!
Get out.
No, get out.
Get out.
Oh, God.
Oh my god. What is Ocha's room? Oh. It's not Ochako, it's just Ocha.
She's the founder of OSHA.
Heresy.
This enrages Katsuki, who says to kill him, and he throws another rock at Izio. It strikes the young man in the face, making his lip bleed. And the young man shakes it off before joining the rest in the fight, brawling and punching his way through the thugs of the posse, even countering one with a headbutt to the face and a knee to the face to follow up.
Sneaky, we've got to save chapter 9 of this fic for when Anna's back. It's Azur Lane.
Oh.
Oh
No. Wait,
It's-
no. 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 This story will be one I'm testing out what people think of new idea for a fanfic. I've been thinking of doing a standalone Azure Lane story as well as a crossover with MHA. Okay, so Azure Lane is another one of those stories where, Jesus Christ, just don't do it. I don't, like, look. Writing an Azure Lane story is like trying to write a Morrowind story if with every patch of Morrowind, the writers took more cocaine and updated the lore.
Isn't that what happened?
No, they released the game all in one go. Azure Lane every few weeks has a new event, and all of these events are canonical extensions of the lore, and we have reached the point where actually Azure Lane is a simulation inside a simulation that simulates other simulations so they can fight the aliens in the future.
Ow.
Sorry, how did we end up at Azure Lane while I was gone?
This
Across
author,
Oh.
watches fic, reads fic.
yeah. So basically, this author is making a multiverse, a series of one-shots in where the canon cast of MHA reacts to a bunch of his Fusion World AUs. Yeah. And we got to Azure Lane because Chapter 9 is an Azure Lane crossover idea. And I was saying that you shouldn't write Azure Lane because literally with every event that comes out, the writers consume more cocaine to write it. And they are absolutely cracked out of their minds. And, yeah.
By the way, if you hear my mic pick up anything, my cat snores and is asleep in the corner of my room.
Ooh, wow. Oh yeah, we can't hear it.
Sweet.
But yeah. I wonder what is going to happen with this next story, and they all sat down and watched it. Izuku, blah blah blah, won't let you hurt him, blah blah blah, so we're just replaying this all. Everyone was shocked at this opening of Canon MHA. I have notified Arn of what is to come. I'm sure you're very grateful for what story you haven't. He's literally not gonna see it for like another year and a half, dude. Everyone looks at Izuku with pity. Blah 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 blah. I still want to be a hero in a different part of Japan. Short bald doctor. Blah blah blah. We found a wisdom cube and we're gonna shove it in One for All.
Huh?
Wait, what?
Wait, what? What?
What?
So, to everyone not aware, a wisdom cube is the currency you use to summon ship girls. And canonically, unlike literally all of the other currencies from all the other gacha games, wisdom cubes are actually relevant in lore as they contain the conceptualized memories of humanity of things like how to be a ship.
Ah.
Oh, they're gonna turn One for All into a ship girl, and it's gonna be Nana.
Probably.
Also, I hate the fact that her name is Nana, now that I know what Nana means.
The seventh, yes.
I fucking hate it
and she's
so
the seventh
much.
holder.
Yes, I hate it so much.
It's great.
I hate the Japanese, I'll never forgive them.
Hey, Sneaky, guess what I found on the front of the My Hero Academia fucking archive?
What did you find?
2 stories from Butterfly Miko.
Of course you did.
Literally, we just...
Wait, sir,
3.
the master's barely responsive. I doubt he'll ever be to be his best again. The misty villain said, blah, 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 nods. McQuirk may not help him, but I suspect this cube can. And everyone's like, oh no, a foe demonstrated the energy of the cube, and it restored a broken machine, and it restored a damaged plant. You cannot do those things. But anyway, so Tomura is like, oh, you gotta use the cube to heal my master. And the doctor looks at the boy, and he looks at the cube, and then he agrees. and then he uses the cube. Injuries and blah blah blah. Too great to heal you with science. We have a cube. All right, cube, go. And so they set the cube on All for One, and then nothing happened. So they attached some cords to it and shot lightning at it, and then the cube lit up.
Shot
Damn.
lightning at it.
Suddenly,
some
the
people
cube.
really have some. Some people have some really weird summoning rituals for their gacha games.
Okay, first you have to find a disabled old man, and then you have to strip him, and then put a cube on him, and then you have to shoot lightning at the cube.
Sniggy, stop talking.
You can only summon
That-
one boat per method, so you better go find a bunch of disabled old men.
Sniggy.
They're, they're part of the second currency.
Listen, people will do anything for their fucking SSRs. This is a viable method.
You have to do it
He's-
tenfold.
But what food?
He's not wrong.
You have to find 10 disabled old men and kill them all at the same time to get a guaranteed SSR.
We learn magic just to shoot chain lightning.
Oh god. The cube starts glowing bright and the cube is gone and AFO is not restored. Instead, above him floats a woman with grossly pale skin and hair. She has strange bow and fox combo. Above her hair, was wearing barely anything over her chest and lower body, and had teasing smirk on her face. Did you guys really just first pull Shiranai?
Maybe.
Oh no, they summoned. Oh, they summoned the tentacles. They summoned the
The sirens.
sirens.
How? Tentacles? Sirens? What?
Yeah,
The sirens are the
so-
big bads who gave humanity the wisdom cubes.
Well, as recent lore states, actually the sirens are the good guys who were created by the humans to fight the aliens invading Earth. So they created a simulation using quantum mechanics so they can simulate multiple iterations of reality all in the same second, hoping that if they go back in time and introduce the idea of ship girls before World War II starts, that humanity in these simulations would come up with an idea that would allow the sirens to adapt it against the aliens that are invading.
Sneaky, are you telling me that Azur Lane's
I think Australia's onto him, guys. They cut him out before he could finish. We're being monitored. I was too close.
Wait, what?
You
Cut out
cut
as you're
out.
talking.
Ugh.
Yeah, you cut
said-
out. You said
and then
sneaky,
cut
I
out.
think, and then got cut out.
I said, are you telling me that the plot of Azur Lane is ship girls versus spaceship girls?
Yes.
Nice.
God damn.
Yeah, people are expecting to, and they've kind of hinted at this, that in maybe the next couple events, they're finally going to introduce sirens as a
Playable character.
Playable character, yeah.
Units.
yeah. So that'll be a thing. Blah blah blah. You may call me observer. Not that it'll matter much longer. It's time for that we sirens see what this world has to offer. So then she just vaporizes everyone.
Well,
Sounds about right.
Better than the plot. Still better than the plot of MHA.
Escalated incredibly fast, but makes
That
sense.
escalated so fast. And then she opened a portal and a bunch of sirens just started flooding into the world.
oh no.
Testers and purifiers just started firing randomly in the city. Izuku happened to be walking through the city and he saw this happen. and then after a few shots, he ran to the people that were trapped, and then he hyperventilated before running to the people who were trapped, and then he lifting up parts of rubble to help them. Wait, weak-ass Izuku with no powers? Lifted up rubble as a 5-year-old?
Doubt.
My dude,
Don't
are you
worry,
aware of how much
he-
stone weighs?
Don't worry, Sneaky. He's got the physical abilities of multiple men because
out.
he had mental training.
Get out.
He's just the age of 3.
Out.
Get out. I knew the moment you started that shit, I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Every time.
I don't. Is he saying he has the power of multiple men
He's
because
doing the whole
schizophrenic?
training me.
He
Stop
did
it.
mental training. He did mental training since the age of 3, giving him the physical abilities
right,
of
of
multiple
course. Yes, obviously, my bad. He's got the
God
physical.
damn it.
He trained a bunch, so he's got the body of an 8-year-old, of course.
So it's okay.
So it's okay.
I hate you, Kaz.
Oh, I love that hate.
Oh god, I fucking hate it. I still can't get over that's not even the worst part.
Yeah, it's not.
It's it's like
It's only the part that's only the part we can quote safely on stream.
I know, right? Like it is just wild to me. I can't get over the fact that the author legitimately, completely straight-faced, looks you in the eye and goes, "It's all right for him to have incestual sex with his mother and sister." Because you see, he works out a bunch, so his 3-year-old body is actually 5.
Yeah.
As if that somehow made it better.
Mm-hmm.
And then the part B of why I hate this so much is that's not even the worst part.
No, it's not.
It's just like, how could this possibly get worse? And then you learn what makes it worse, and you're just like, oh, this is terrible.
Yep.
I love traumatizing the people on your server with the stories we. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna stealth post this onto your server.
God damn it, Sneaky.
Oh, yeah, so Max, if Sign actually followed up with his threat, and he did make a shitwreck section. And immediately, me and several other people on his server, the first stories we posted there were all his.
Change the damn title, updated specifically for that.
He said, "Stop posting my stories in this section, you fucks."
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
good.
What did I just miss?
So Sign was threatening on Tuesday to create a shitwreck section on his server because I kept posting all of the stories we were covering that day into his story wreck section.
And then everyone started posting his fucking stories. In
Yeah,
there?
so the second the channel opened up, we all started posting his stories to the shitwreck section.
Info class great.
You should have expected that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh god, good times. So the sirens continue to invade, and all of the heroes are trying to fight the aliens, but they can't fight them because they have enemy shields. They can't get through the enemy shields. And kept getting blasted away by the hyperbeam black holes. Who the hell
I'm
are
sorry,
you?
what?
Who the hell are you? Endeavor shouts with beam hole in stomach.
You mean dead?
Audience is wide-eyed at seeing the heroes get knocked around. The dude has a hole through him. And the... Okay, author. Purifier floats up with her hammerhead shark rig and starts laughing, and she goes, "My name is Purifier, and I'm going to rip you all apart." And then she starts firing at them. "Sadistic monster!" he shouts.
Yes, your point.
But what part of that was sadism?
Ripping apart, I guess.
I guess. Fucking Gear Boy goes back to think about how Stain lectured him before he tried to kill him. Others gulp as they were aroused by Purifier's lolly body.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, that's interesting, author.
Stand against the wall.
Face the wall.
Oh, God.
All Might appears and punches the side of the woman, sending her backwards. He is breathing heavily, and he has enough energy to say, "There is no knee fear. Why? Because I am here." And then he leaps up and attacks the sirens a few times. Yes, he attacks them a few times. With some shards and cubes falling when he breaks some gear. Oh, yes, because that's how that works. Yeah, cubes just fall out of guns when you break them. That's how...
You tell me they don't?
No. We actually have no canonical reason as to where or how the cubes are made, beyond a lot of money and energy gets put into them.
Real world money.
In fact, I think there was like some sort of fucking cube materializer machine that the Navy just straight up had, and one of the plot lines of how we ended up getting a bunch of lolly characters of the already existing characters was when they were shooting laser beams at the cubes to try and study them more, they accidentally lasered them wrong and ended up turning the cubes into manifested ship girls that were children. Literal children.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I just saw
Soldiers.
Oh,
I just
also...
saw a new manga name. I was hit by a truck, but I didn't go to another world and said I'm crippled for life.
Ooh,
Okay.
that escalated.
Interesting.
I mean, it's turning tropes on its head.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, the Japanese destroyers are also all children. The American destroyers are all preteens, and the subs are questionable.
Let's not talk about them.
The subs are probably children. Question mark. Maybe.
Yep.
But some of them, you look at and you go, that's a very thick child, and it worries me.
He's not wrong, and I wish he was.
Well, I mean, what'd you expect? They're, targeting their audience. They
The
know
majority of their ships are like
one of the American cruisers is called like Candy or some shit, and she is just straight up the foot fetish ship.
Yep.
Yeah, they know their audience.
It is the only ship that makes any of those references. It's also the only ship who has a skin that specifically has the skin-tight socks on, and she wiggles them around in a certain manner.
Yeah. Well, enough talking about children's bodies. Has anyone ever noticed that Miyazaki looks like Japanese Colonel Sanders?
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah.
He's just Japanese Colonel Sanders who, instead of getting fried chicken, went into anime.
And decided poison dungeons were better.
Yeah.
And then Izuku found a cube on the ground and he picked it up. And he's like, okay, cool. And then All Might falls over and Izuku runs over and he's like, oh, here, I'll help you up, All Might. You know, all 300 fucking pounds of you. And then Tester points her giant laser cannon at him. And Izuku then prays to the wisdom cube. And the cube flashes with beams. And then all of a sudden, 6 Tester clones exploded. And then in front of All Might and Izuku was Amagi?
Akagi, I think, is the red one. Assuming.
Tall woman, 5 black foxtails behind her. Is samurai armor on her kimono?
Pulling up image now. Maybe?
It might be
Akagi.
Akagi. Yeah, it
it's
might be
I
Akagi.
think.
Yeah, she's one of the basic and noble fox girls.
No,
so
Battleship Key. It's not Akagi, it's Key.
Oh.
That's one manly woman, he shouts. Key manages to fight off all of the sirens. Alone.
That All Might couldn't, despite him being able to change the weather with a punch. Wow.
That does not sound accurate.
Despite him being able to punch with the power of a literal fucking battleship cannon, he couldn't touch them.
This is weirdly sounding a lot like JDF.
So,
6.
the other thing here is, as far as Azure Lane goes, they never said it was impossible for
Humans, non-ship girls to kill them.
Yeah. In fact, they straight up just have normal ships constantly fighting them, and it more or less works.
Yeah. It's just, isn't the ship girls like a lot more mobile than regular ships, so it's just hard to hit them?
Yes, because unlike Kantai, the ship girls are quite literally just ship girls. They don't have like a ship form or anything.
Yeah.
And a lot of their stuff works off of Clark tech instead of being literal ship girl magic. And so because it all works off of Clark tech, it actually has like clearly defined ways of how it operates. It has enough defined ways of how it operates to the point where humans can just straight up like manufacture upgrades. Because again, like Kantai, all of the upgrades you get in Kantai were all canonical shit. Meanwhile, all of the upgrades you get in Azure Lane are a mix of complete bullshit inspired by historical shit and historical shit. But the historical shit's actually the weakest upgrades.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah, this is just boring. She's a warship from World War II?
No way.
Wait, how the fuck did he pick that up? Wait. Sirens are still out there. We need to take the fight to them. You were able to call to me and summon me to this world, even though I had never been built by this nation long ago. This shocked everyone because they didn't know what they were talking about. And then Izuku, who's watching, not the Izuku in that world, goes, oh my god, she's a warship from World War II. She was proposed as a ship during the last days of the war, but she never made it past the drawing board. Why would
Why?
Izuku know extremely autistic, obscure lore about
Yeah.
battleships from World War II, which was more than 300 years ago and has nothing to do with heroes?
He wouldn't.
Because the author needed him to exposit.
Mm. That's so stupid because I could possibly see Kirishima being a World War fan, military war fan, because he could see the men who fight the soldiers as manly and heroes.
Yeah, but see,
But
that would require you
Izuku-
to AU Izuku, because as
Yeah.
far as
No, not
canon Izuku
Izuku,
goes...
Kirishima.
Oh, yeah.
Kirishima.
You
I
know
could
what,
see
that's fair,
him
yeah.
sort of being like that because he sees the soldiers as so manly fighting for their nations. So he learnt that bit of history. But seeing as how he's a dumbass, that's unlikely.
What in the fuck? Stranded, a normal morning gets turned upside down when Mina Ashido falls through the void into a tropical paradise filled with plants, extinct predators, and Midoriya wearing a loincloth.
I know this. I've seen it on AO3. It's fucking
What?
It's a smut fic. Basically, Izuku's the only man on an
Of
island.
course it's a smut fic. It's Izuku trapped
No,
on King
it's-
Kong Island alone, and then slowly over time, a bunch of girls fall through a portal and end up on the
Yeah.
island with him, having to rely on
It's-
him for food, water, protection, and inevitably, of course,
No.
sex.
It's a fic based on a hentai artist's pics.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. It's literally just King Kong
Yeah.
Island. It's a tropical
Basically.
island with a bunch of giant monsters on it.
Based.
It's King
Not
Kong
really
Island.
giant. Not really giant.
Okay,
monsters. They're
extinct
just
predators.
Yeah,
Dinosaurs.
saber-tooth and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
okay, literally King Kong Island.
Yeah. But yeah, this guy made it based on a hentai artist's fucking pics.
Reminder, we need to stop carbon pollution, not because of the environment, but because the more carbon is in the atmosphere in the form of CO2, the bigger the plants get, and the more plants we have, the bigger the bugs get. And I refuse to go back to a time period where the centipedes were 30 feet long and 5 feet wide.
And the rest of the world refuses to live in Australia, so that's why you gotta cut down plants.
We have to destroy the environment. Fuck them plants.
Do you want to live in Australia? Because not even the Australians do.
Australia is the quarantine zone.
Oh.
Do your part. Piss on a tree today.
Oh. Let me get a bit drunk first.
We're gonna hear on the news Casbat arrested for public nudity. Drunken disorderly behavior.
I did it for the Earth.
Flashing minors.
Hey, no.
What?
No.
What did I miss? I had to answer the phone.
They're calling me a pedophile.
You like feet, gotcha.
What?
What?
Anyways,
Feet, head,
where did you leave at?
island, loincloth.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's a porn story where Izuku takes care of several girls in every way.
Yeah.
What
Based on
story?
hentai artist pics they drew.
Yeah. Link the story in the chat. I kind of want to investigate this one.
I'm sure you do.
Ugh.
Of course you do.
I do.
So
It's for his work. Don't you understand?
This research.
No, you know what? Screw that. I'll give you the AO3 fic. Let me go find it.
Thank you. That's great.
I provide protection. Hitone Kenetsu was ecstatic to find that she had been admitted to UA's hero course. Her high school life was just beginning, and she would soon find out she'd be getting more than she bargained for. This is an OC who ends up in Class 1A as a +1 student. This is the first work I've ever posted. It'll be on Wattpad and AO3 as well.
Okay.
OC times Katsuki, written by a woman. This is a straight up I can change him story.
I can change him.
This is literally another I can change him story. Oh my god.
Also, I may as well just give you the fucking FFN link sign because it's literally the exact same fic as actually this is the one I was talking about on AO3.
It's fine either way.
Oh, damn it, you dirty old man.
Yes. It's for research purposes, I promise.
He's writing a porn story for MHA, so it kind of actually is for research purposes.
Okay, Jiraiya.
Yes, actually.
There
You
you
see,
go.
just like Jiraiya, Sign 2 also vents his frustrations about not getting any of that.
Not getting that one specific piece of ass I could never get, yes.
Gonna Kiss You on the Boulevard, a collection of Deku times female Todoroki one-shots.
Why do that when he has a perfectly healthy elder sister? Sexy older sister.
The oldest sister doesn't fucking interact with Izuku basically at all.
Well, it doesn't matter. That does not matter at all.
Right,
She
you're
shows
right,
up at the
you're right.
school, they hit it off.
My
done.
dude, quite literally, it's the sole reason why is because this person probably watches the anime, has only ever seen a couple episodes, and is creatively bankrupt to the point where they can't even remember the fact that there might be more characters than 1A.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he probably looked up a bunch of fan art and saw the female Todoroki art.
Yeah.
Those 1B girls get neglected.
I don't understand why you do because Suthner is literally portable on a whole.
Yeah, I know, she's great, right?
I don't want to contribute to this conversation, but at the same time, I feel obligated to point out that she would probably find that funny.
She would.
Oh,
Yes.
she would hilarious and absolutely go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here, have this while we're in class, have fun.
Yep. She would slip it into your pants.
Yes.
And you wouldn't notice until she's already there.
Oh my god.
I'm writing.
I also feel like she would definitely overuse the do you need a hand joke.
100%.
Yes.
Do you need a hand? Throws arm at them.
No.
Give me a hand over here. Just starts around.
A hand flies over to your pants and lands on your crotch. Hey, need a hand?
Get out.
No.
Just throws her head, ends up on the lap, and goes, "So, what's for lunch?"
That's no way to get ahead in life.
I feel like you could have a lot of fun with her. Not sexually, just jokes.
Just
joke-wise.
as a friend, yeah, she would. She feels like she would be the person that would be the funnest to have as a friend, at least in 1B.
You could do so many fucking public practical jokes too. It's like you slam the car door and then she starts screaming and pulls out her hand, missing her hand, her arm, missing her hand now, and she's like, ah!
Oh, wow. Her pieces are indestructible when they're separate, so she could literally get pushed in front of a train, separate at the last second. Somebody thump, and then everybody's panicking, and there she is, she's fine.
Yep.
Oh god. You could do so much with it. Gets cut in half by the closing door.
Gets stuck in a revolving door.
Gets stuck in a revolving door, but it was going so fast, all of her parts are in different sections.
She's splattered.
Now I know what it's like being in a blender.
Some poor bastard be traumatized by that.
She literally could do that. Just put her hand in the blender and make her fingers break off.
Oh god.
It
See,
would blend it.
my brain just immediately jumped to jet engine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no,
God,
garbage
that's so
disposal in the
terrible.
sink.
She would break that though.
Yes.
Oh god. Anyway, so did we ever tell you? We ever give you the link to the? Did you ever read that one, the My Hero Academia Civil War fic?
You discussed it. I never read it. Haven't had
It's-
time.
It's a decent time waste to the first one, but all the
Oh, yeah.
sequels are absolutely fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Absolute shit.
I only bring it up because it makes use of 1B a lot, and the author
Yeah.
did a pretty good job of writing their characterization.
Yep, even before we got all their quirks and all that.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the quirks they made up was actually like pretty interesting as well.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. He saw me, while others are blessed with their quirks. Suzy Sakamoto fears she is cursed with hers. Her body is permanently invisible, causing her to be lonely until one day she meets the perception hero, times her teacher.
Well, so you took Invisible Girl's quirk,
On
Toru's quirk.
Yeah.
Yes, onto a normal person in the same era as Eraserhead and President Mike. He's not a teacher. He wants to be a hero.
Right off.
And essentially, his quirk can turn her. I think his quirk can turn her invisibility off, even though that's not how it works.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I did get to see a fairly amusing line in an MHA fanfic recently. Where Toru fully explains her quirk, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's actually a really cool quirk," and then everyone stops and they're like, "Wait, Toru, how did you get quirk clothing before you came to UA?" And she goes, "What's quirk clothing?"
Yes.
And everyone's like, "Toru, are you currently eating McDonald's naked?"
That's actually kind of hilarious.
And she's like, "Yeah, why?" "Toru, you're sitting on one of the booths, naked, in a fast food restaurant."
Yes, and?
No, she pauses and then she's like, "Oh,
Oh.
I'm gonna go change now."
Ew. Just ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. But they're in Japan, so
It's probably a lot cleaner.
a whole lot cleaner. We're not talking the kind of, McDonald's we're used to seeing over here.
Oh, I know. At the same time, though, this is the same fantasy Japan in which they left an entire beach to become a literal trash heap.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that is fair.
If it doesn't involve heroes, they don't care.
You mean villains? Because heroes are only involved in saving people because the villain hunts them.
Yeah, both.
Oh boy, yeah, this is a MHA AU that's inspired by the TV show Heroes.
Sneaky, look at the author.
I'm
Look at the author.
aware who's the author is, and it's a no powered AU inspired by Heroes.
With two of her
So everyone's
sisters.
yes, I know. So everyone's a totally normal person until the arrival of superpowers. That's what Heroes was. Is one day a bunch of teenagers just got powers.
Yeah.
And then shit just
I
got
remember.
shit got wild.
Yeah. Well, on that note, I think I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Sears.
He didn't even get drunk.
I didn't have all that much alcohol in the first place anyway, so that's fine.
Yeah, you'll need to remedy that before next. Oh, he's gone.
Yep, he's gone.
Quite so. Let's see, we got anything else here going on? Binding feathers. When Hawk is banished by his family, wasn't he an orphan? His younger sister runs away from her duty into Deku's arms. Deku and Bakugo embrace their chance to be a hero and protect Kyuri and Raiko from the horrors of family honor. But when they realize that the duty to the girl is desperately trying to... Wait. When they realize that the duty the girl is desperately trying to avoid is the very thing holding villains in check, will they be able to stop them?
Oh,
Izuku times OC. And it's a Butterfly Miko story.
God damn it.
Wow, there's so many Butterfly Miko stories. Yep, yeah, Eraser and Hawks have to bodyguard the two starlets, and they turn out that when they discover the evolutionary quirk mutation quirk the girls are hiding. Okay. Welcome to UA High. This is Ochanko Uraka's story and about her and her friends at UA High. And follow along as she tells the story about her and her friends become some of greatest heroes. This is a Kachanko story.
No.
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 Justifiably, this story has only 5 favorites.
Gee, I wonder why.
Let's see here. OC shows up in the classroom. OC is female. And, oh wow, they get, her and Katsuki get together. And it's really lovey-dovey, and he really loves her. She can change him.
That bitch gonna get beat. He seemed like a man from the Slapaho tribe.
I mean, like mother, like son. Top 10 ways to betray everyone. Seiya Kazami and her family have trained for centuries as a member of the Shinobi clan. In the modern world of heroes and villains, the League of Villains reaches out to the clan with an offer. Now Seiya will attend as a spy for the League. Her heart is torn between her duty and being a hero.
That just sounds fucking dumb.
So this is a ninja clan who takes assassination contracts, and they didn't investigate to see whether the person they were sending to go undercover at a hero school, if they actually wanted to be a hero. The ninja clan.
Well, they might not, do psych profiles on their own people or some stupid shit like that.
The ninja clan.
Yeah, I know, it sounds improbable.
This toxic life of mine. Such a villainous quirk is what they say to the soon-be villain is what they call me. You can never be a hero with that quirk. What is this quirk, being a gamer? Nothing will stop me from keeping my promise. I'd rather go to hell than see her cry. My name is Chibi OC, and this is the toxic life I live.
What?
No. No. No.
Hell no.
The analytical hero. New game. Izuku Midoriya is ready to give up on trying to become a hero. When did he ever try to become a hero? Until a fateful screen pops up in front of him during his 100th hero analysis notebook. He only has 13 of those.
Well, he must have done more.
Yeah, you're right. He must have done 84 more.
Yep.
Off screen.
Off screen. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now armed with the power of the gamer, can he make it to UA University?
Just no.
So boring. The Emperor Dragon 3 Emergence. UAAU. Who the hell is DFO? Dad for All, probably?
Yeah. That's usually when All Might gets together with Izuku's mom.
Oh, wait, no, this is DFO, so this is, wait, All for One. Yeah, Dad for All, okay. Dad for One. So this is when All for One gets together with Izuku's mom.
I thought it was when All Might did.
Well, no, because DFO is All for One.
Yeah, So they fucked it up, or who's the actual character here?
Izuku, Ochanko, Hitoshi, and Mai.
Christ. Can we just start skipping her stories?
No, this is Jade Tatsu.
You're telling me this is a completely different person from the Fox dumb bitch?
Oh yeah. It's called Emperor Dragon 3 Emergence. All for One lets his son see the world and make his own choices. But what will his son see? So yeah, this is Dad for One.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
A system that should be turned down and burned, or a system that is trying to be better than it is. Here, he is not All Might's chosen successor, but All for One's instead. No matter what he chooses, he will be a force to be reckoned with. It's really cringe, because honestly, at the end of the day, the problem is that the main author tried to write a story in which it was supposed to be a commentary on the corruption in the Japanese legal system. And so, because it is supposed to be a commentary on that, you can't then sit here and have the heroes support the system, saying it's like, oh, it's a bad system, but it's trying to be better. No.
So you're saying they completely missed the point?
I'm saying the author has lost the plot.
Ah, yeah, that makes more sense.
And then the people who read the story just don't understand anything. Tomo is nothing like his twin sister, Toru. He wields the super dangerous quirk. Not everything is rainbows and sunshines when darkness is at your fingertips.
Oh, so he's Edgy McEdgerton.
Yeah, I guess she is reflect all light, and her twin is absorb all light, maybe?
She doesn't reflect, she bends light.
That's reflecting light.
No, that's bending light. There's a difference.
Have to bend your fucking lights out. A rewrite of my Shadow Hero Monarch Deku fic. 25 years ago, a rift between the dimension appears and spews forth monsters that only awakened heroes or humans could fight. But not all heroes are born equal, and Izuku is the solo leveler.
Oh no, did they copy that?
Yeah. Yeah.
God damn it. I keep meaning to read Solo Leveling, but I mean, I don't have time.
Alright. This one might actually be interesting.
Don't you get my hopes up.
I am going to post it because it might be interesting. So this is Henshin Hero Academia. Izuku Midoriya did indeed have a quirk. The only problem is that it was useless on its own. But when supplied with his impeccable mind and samples from his friends, mentors, and foes, Deku can become the greatest hero of all. Musketeer Mask, all for one and one for all.
Oh. Nah.
Like I said, it might be interesting. Let's see how the author handles it. How many times has he done this now? 30? 40? Fourth grader Izuku Midoriya has lost track now. But he can't help it. Anytime a kid is victimized in front of them, he sees himself. He sees someone who needs help. He sees the kind of help he never gets. He just wants to spread compassion, heroism, worklessness be damned. But this time is different, though. Usually it's just a kid in a schoolyard with Kachan and his friends bullying them. He could handle those bruises and burns just fine, but not this. Not the man who starts assaulting his mother in the middle of the grocery store. The villain with a scorpion tail and a temper shorter than Kachan's own fuse, just an everyday bag snatcher, but he's clearly not afraid to seriously hurt someone in the process. May have been a former bigger villain who got out on parole and was too down on his luck to survive without some petty theft, for all he knew. The only thing Izuku knew was that he couldn't stand by and watch his mother be hurt. That's all that mattered, just being a hero. The stinger hurt like hell. He thought he knew pain before, but this was different. It was deep and burning. His guts were on fire instantly, and it numbed his mind to the point where he could barely register the heat flowing through his veins. But when he was even stronger, what was even stronger was his hate for the man, when he slapped his mother with his tail afterwards. Inko went sprawling across the floor, trying to crawl to her injured son to help him. The red he'd been seeing was instantly overtaken by the desperation in her eyes. That was when the burning in his blood turns outwards and his whole world changed. The incident was kept under wraps. Nobody at his school ever knew. No one saw it clearly enough, besides the man who was promptly sent back to prison and his mother. It remained a secret until 5 years later, as he stands atop a roof with his idol. It was another freak incident. A slime-like villain popped out of the sewers and tried to invade him. That was uncomfortable, to say the least, and at least a bit traumatizing. His own power was sadly useless in this instance, and until All Might arrived, he was sure he would die there. Now, on the roof, he finds out that his hero is not the infallible juggernaut he always displayed himself as. He's human, and hurt in ways he will never recover from. And that inspires Izuku. His question, can I become a hero with a quirk that relies on other quirks? It wasn't answered yet. But now he slowly raises his shirt and shows the scar from where he'd been stabbed by a giant scorpion tail. My liver took a pretty heavy blow. I was told I would never be able to handle alcohol, and poisoning is a huge risk for me. But I don't regret protecting my mom that day or finding out I had an invisible quirk. All Might's haunting visage narrows his eyes at that word. At the wound, an invisible quirk, so you couldn't find out until you were harmed? Izuku nods and leans against the wall of the stairwell. I needed a genetic sample of another quirk in my circulatory system for it to work. It's temporary, but versatile. I see. A rarity and a limiting one. I'm sorry, kid. I can't tell you if you can be a hero with a power like that or not. If you need to injure yourself and be aided in order to use it, it's just too risky. But don't give up hope entirely. You have a heroic drive, and I think you'd make an incredible police officer or detective. One of my best friends is a detective, and I'm sure the man would like you. Think long and hard about your future, young man. It's never quite so easy to figure out. Even if you have a direction, it's always vague at first. Having given the last of his advice, he slips through the door into the stairwell, leaving Izuku behind. While All Might is realizing his lack of villainous cargo, Izuku stands atop the roof, staring out over the city with hazy eyes and a mind plagued with the thoughts that he's always been plagued by. Only now he is unable to suppress them. His thoughts are broken as he looks to the small spattering of All Might's blood on the roof, some of what he coughed up. And all hell broke loose later. Alright, so far, my only commentary on this is, why didn't Izuku train?
Yeah. Because it's Izuku.
And so he has a quirk. He knows he has a quirk. And either he, A, gets the physicality of the individual of the blood who's he's ingesting, which, I mean, is certainly possible. Or B, his physicality is still reliant on his own body. So he should be Mr. McJacked by the time of UA coming around. Like, just absolutely swole gym rat who's also hyper flexible.
It sounds like it's a temporary transformation, kind of like Himiko's shit.
Right. But
So, I
that's...
mean, obviously this wouldn't affect his base body. He'd have to train himself, and yes, he should absolutely be fucking jacked, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Because that would require effort.
And I mean, even then, you know, the DNA has to be in my circulatory system. I mean, there's a lot easier ways to go about that than injuring yourself, like stabbing yourself with someone else's blood.
Inflict yourself, fuck's sake.
I mean, yeah, like there's permanent needles you can get. There's, you know, there's a whole bunch of shit you could do. I mean, hell.
A port.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but I was thinking more along the lines of like, underneath your tongue, there is the blood barrier. The blood barrier is very thin there, and a technique for people who feel tired is to actually put sugar underneath your tongue because it'll go directly into your system faster.
Oh.
Yeah. They also, I only know about that because I used to have a medicine that was supposed to dissolve in my mouth, and the doctors had me put it underneath my tongue so it gets into my system faster. Because the barrier underneath that's like super thin.
Okay.
Yeah, so, it's just... There's a lot of ways you could just go about it. I mean, you don't need to stab yourself. I'm just really confused why this author just... Also, the dude stabs him with a scorpion tail and injects his poison. Poison wouldn't contain the DNA. It would just be poison.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any kind of DNA in that.
Because, like, poison is proteins, prions, amino acids, you know, various chemical compounds as well. I mean, poisons are a wide range of things that your body can make that can be injected into another creature that will heavily damage them. But I don't know of any scorpions that have the ability to inject another creature with their DNA, causing the creature to die from it.
So, I'm really confused as to why him getting stabbed, especially in the liver, would... Also, I mean, if your liver's damaged to the point of that level of damage, how did a child walk away from that?
They usually replace that shit.
Yeah. Also, because he's a child, he would be on, like, the top of the list for replacement organs.
Oh, absolutely. He'd get a replacement inside of a few months, maybe a year tops. That's assuming somebody like Recovery Girl didn't just come along, snap her damn fingers, and fix it.
Oh, well, the Recovery Girl can't do that. She just accelerates the body's healing process. But, I mean, are you really going to tell me there is not a single doctor out there with some sort of cloning quirk or some shit out there where they can, like, flash clone an organ or accelerate the cloning of an organ or even stabilize the cloning of an organ? And you're really going to tell me that they didn't have enough DNA from Izuku's liver to regenerate a new liver to just give him?
Author is lazy.
I mean, like, this is the problem. Like, with especially with, you know, sci-fi stories that MHA is on the borderline of, is when you try and introduce these, like, medical issues, it's just like, why wouldn't they have a cure for this? You know, if you're like 300 years in the future and everyone's got a superpower, and there's literally a guy called Heaven Denier or whatever his name is, and he has the ability to prevent someone from dying despite whatever injury they take. And so that way he's able to, like, cut people open and, like, take out their heart and shit and then put in a new heart without ever having to worry about someone dying on the table. Because they can't die as long as his quirk is active on them.
Damn.
Yeah, and so he's like the best doctor ever because of that, because he quite literally no one can die on his table. So it's just like, you're really gonna tell me if someone like that exists in canon that there isn't, you know, organ tech?
Well, okay, you have to remember, too, that canon specifically does not actually have hypertech and stays at a level of around 2015 intentionally to prevent wars, blah, blah, bullshit, collapse of the government and economy, blah, blah, blah. And they isolate all that shit to Island, where they kind of quarantine it.
Not even slightly?
Yeah, they do that canonically.
Really?
Yeah, really. It's a thing. The author actually came out and said it later on that, yeah, all the hypertech and all the people with tech-related quirks, they either get snapped up by the government, or they get sent to Island, or they get killed by government assassins like Mrs. Nagant. Madame Nagant, excuse me.
Destiny dropped a new raid today. It was super easy despite the devs saying they are focusing on making it challenging. Well, the devs probably don't play their own games, so that's probably why it was challenging to them.
The devs don't play their own game, which is why they don't understand half their own fucking mechanics, which is why I stopped playing it.
True, big true. So anyway, obviously Izuku's about to take the blood in. So let's see how his quirk works. That all stops when he notices Izuku. Blah blah blah. That disgust is overthrown when he says Izuku has a drop of blood. Oh my god, it's his blood. Izuku bites his cheek and slams the blood into it.
Okay.
Okay, so literally everything we just talked about, like, literally super easy, barely an inconvenience to activate this quirk of his. A teal-green organic mass bursts from his skin, tearing parts of his uniform apart as it forms around him, lightning sparking off as each piece seals together, becoming a full suit of leather and spandex-like armor, with metallic bones for greaves, bracers, chestplate, and helmet. The color changes, rainbow of power. Suddenly, as it reaches his visor, short horns burst from his head. Izuku starts stumbling around as the suit bulks up and flexes, but then suddenly unloads an incredible amount of steam as several rips form in the suit. Gah, I can't handle that much power. He grits his teeth as he feels his suit venting all of the force it can't handle. Fine, this much will be enough. He punches one hand into the other as he summons extra force into his legs, taking off at shocking speeds. One for all won't pass without consent. What kind of quirk is his? Why are you so damn cool? Okay, he literally... Miss Power is amazing, blah blah blah, Washington Smash, what the fuck Deku is going on here? Blah blah blah, oh shit, on the ground. Blah, slime. Noxious brat, so Deku's beaten anyway by the slime, despite an entirely different scenario happening here. And canon happens exactly as per normal. Deku, blah blah, genetic code. Bakugo easily understands his logic and can't argue with it. I mean, this is really unfortunate. Like, this could have been a funny way. Like, there's so many ways you could have done a henshin type quirk based on other people's quirks. And this author, he danced between the minefield of great ways to execute it. Like, just dodging left and right magically every single possible good way to execute this story premise.
Goddamn, Snooki.
The fucking ballerina over here, and the ground is lava. I'm gonna go fucking make that meme now. You know that old meme where the kid's like using all four limbs to stay off the ground, and it's always like, you know, ground is lava because, you know, the ground is you know, being responsible, and, you know, kids got the caption of the me text on them, and it's like, oh, look, I'm avoiding responsibilities, stuff like that. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put writers writing fan fiction, and the ground is a completely reasonable, well thought out premise.
Oh no.
Oh god. I mean, okay, yeah. So this is quite literally like the worst way to. All right. Well, let's call it a night there.
What a disappointment.
What a massive disappointment. That, you know, the summary gave me hope. Shouldn't have had it.
Told you not to get my damn hopes up.
I know. All right, well, we'll see everyone on Tuesday because there's always more and it always gets worse.